2025 Grammys is in the books. I am happy that most of my predictions were spot on. I did 10 predictions of the Grammys. Um, and I got pretty much all of them correct. I said Beyonce was going to win Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter, and she did. I said that Kendrick Lamar was going to sweep whatever category he was nominated in, and he did. I did say uh, I had a few that were slightly off, but I said who I think should win actually did win. So in my mind, I was correct. I was 10 out of 10 in my predictions. But my biggest takeaways of the Grammys was, wow, this was probably the best Grammys I've ever watched, and to be honest, probably the best award show ceremony I've ever watched. I'm not big on watching award ceremonies because they're very long and they can be boring, honestly, and predictable. And it's not that I really watched to see who would win. I more so wanted to see like some of the newer artists perform after I heard some of the announcements being made a few days ago of who would be performing. And it didn't disappoint. I would say this is probably the first Grammys that I can remember where people weren't outraged at who won in the categories that they won in. I would even say that I was very entertained by the pre-award ceremony that streamed on YouTube. That was my first time ever catching that, and that's where the majority of the awards are announced. Some of the lesser known categories. I was happy that Tim's won a Grammy award. She looked beautiful. Her mom looked beautiful. It was her mom's birthday. She shouted her out and brought her on stage. Samara Joy won for a jazz Grammy. She's like the jazz darling of the Grammys. Mustard collected 3 trophies on behalf of Kendrick Lamar at the pre-award ceremony. Like that part of it was dope. So that had me like excited to watch the main event. And then you had the whole red carpet fiasco with Kanye West and his wife. I'm like, this dude loves him some naked women on camera. Like, this dude will marry the fuck out of a woman that's naked on camera. So, man, Ye is crazy for that. I hope we get some new music. I hope the trolling is a setup for like another like great album. Like Vultures was good. Vultures 2 was cool, but I need something a little stronger than that, bro. The trolling you can keep that. Um and then of course everyone was talking about Babyface getting disrespected. Those reporters were out of line for just, cutting off their interview to go fangirl over Chapel Roan. Like, do your job. What are you doing? Right. So I think some of my biggest takeaways from the Grammys was the best new artists. I would say carried the ceremony for me in terms of their performances. Like normally they rely on some of their older acts to do that, but this time it was like, yeah, Chapel Roan put on a great show. Um, Dochi to me had the performance of the night. You had Ray, who reminds me a lot of Amy Winehouse, and like I was like, oh, she made me a fan. I want to go check out her music now. Teddy Swims did his thing. Benson Boone, um, Shabuzi was there and did his thing. Like the best new artists who performed, they did their thing. I really like Charlie XCX performance at the end where she kind of like had the Beyonce starting off in the parking garage, uh, sort of like background, and then she makes her way to the stage and it's like a New York rave party. Like I thought that was really dope. Um, I was happy for a lot of first time Grammy winners like Dochi, who won Best Rap Album, and her speech she shouted out Tampa, Florida, like which is where I currently reside. Like she's really putting on, and she's the face of what's to come in hip hop and in music abroad and pop culture. Like I'm so excited to see what she does next. And that's why I think the Grammys really thrived. Like they did a good job of showcasing what's to come next. Um so Kendrick Lamar took home 5 Grammys. Best rap song, best rap performance, best music video, record of the year, and song of the year, which were two very important categories that a lot of rap songs historically have not won in, and he did. And he had the whole audience singing A minor. This dude is the GOAT. Like, like, you know what it is, man. You know what it is, Black Hippie, man. He shouted out the squad, Schoolboy, J Rock, Soul, um, Daylight, Glasses Malone. Now I did notice he didn't shout out the game, but you know that's a footnote. um, man, SZA won for an R&B category. I was happy that Anderson Paak got the Grammy for No Worries, even though it's a tie. That's really my only gripe with the Grammys is like we don't do ties, man. We got to celebrate the winners, man. But no, all in all, this was a great award ceremony, probably the best that I can recall. One of the most epic ones in recent memory for sure. I liked Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars' performance. I was a little shocked that Taylor Swift didn't win any Grammys the whole night. And Billie Eilish, she looked a little hurt that she didn't get that album of the year. I did notice that. But all in all, I'm excited to see what some of the new artists do and who's gonna drop some music. And Doechii, she didn't waste a moment. She followed up with a new song called Nosebleeds right after winning. And I'm like, she came ready. She came ready. So yeah, man, the Grammys is in the books. Now we on to the Super Bowl, man. Kendrick, was popping? What we doing, man? We bringing out the squad or what, man? New Orleans, Super Bowl, 59th. Oh, and like he said, wear your best dress. Wear your best dress. Peace.